Good evening, and welcome to a late night Lego stream. Tonight,
Good evening.
tonight is, yeah, I think, yeah, tonight is going to be my first December stream because, well, we had a busy holiday weekend last weekend. It's been a busy week, and I'm going away on another family visit this weekend. So the big sets in my queue that I was telling you about, they'll have to wait. Well, at least the ones that are big in terms of piece count. This one has a pretty big box, but the piece count isn't all that big. So we shouldn't be too long tonight. Tonight I have the Hoopty from the Marvels movie. This set features. Okay, I should switch the camera for this probably.
Set feature.
Um, so here's the set. You can see how big the box is, but you can see the piece count. It's only just over 400, so not too substantial in terms of piece count. But maybe the overall size. Maybe this is a set that has a bunch of big bulky pieces, and that's why the box is so big, so that it still counts as something in the big size class. I don't know. This is one of the Marvel sets that was notoriously super overpriced when it first released, but Lego's been marking it down on deep discount because they're trying to retire the set. You can see the pictures down here. It comes with Captain Marvel. I think her name is Carol something. Photon, her name is Monica, I think. And Miss Marvel, and her name is Kamala. And then we also have the set also has, you can see in the cockpit there, I don't know if you can see in the picture, but there's some alien cats in there as well. They look like normal cats from the outside, but their bodies are like some multi-dimensional magical shenanigan stuff. There was a scene where they were evacuating a space station, and so they had all the cats swallow the crew so that the cats would all fit on the spaceship, because they had to get the whole crew of the space station into this one little ship to evacuate everyone. So the cats swallowed all the people and then regurgitated them once the ship landed planetside. Kind of crazy with those cats. Obviously, the Lego figures don't do that. Real plastic doesn't have those magical properties. But in Marvel, Marvel does silly shenanigans and weird magic stuff like that all the time. So, anyways, this is the Hoopty. I didn't get it at super overpriced. I only got it at slightly overpriced. Um, I actually picked this one up in person from the clearance table at the Lego store in the mall where my brother works at Medieval Times. Anyway, so it's late. It's almost midnight here. So let's go ahead and get this build started. Let me show you the box, front of the box, and there's the back of the box. And I know from looking at the instructions that this box is going to have 4 numbered bags. So you can see here some other pictures of the set here. And you can see the Avengers logo down here in the corner of the box. Alright. We're not going to spend a long time on the box today. We need to get inside the box and get to the build. So let's crack it open. So I have some really big sets that I was going to do this weekend, but I just made plans to go away for the weekend. Excuse me a minute. Sorry about that. My brother forgot his key and had to take our mom back to her place. So let's go ahead and finally get this box open. And I'll just set the box down here to collect trashing. Wow. Here's the sticker sheet. There's 12 stickers on it. It looks like clear-backed stickers for this one, which means risk of fingerprints if I'm not careful. Here we have the instruction book. You know what we do with this. I'll just set that over here. We have here a baggie of superhero power particle effects. Here's bag one. We'll leave that out. We need to take 4, 3, and 2 off camera. There's 4, 3, and 2. So now we just have bag one and the stickers in front of us. I forgot to pull a tool, but it turns out we don't need it because you can see here there's a teal this time brick separator. We've been getting a lot of brick separators in a lot of our sets. Most of the time they're orange, but once in a while we get a teal one. This will be our third teal. So it's nice to get a little variety in the color this time. Let's pull up our instructions and get started with this. So we have our instruction book now in the corner of the screen. You can see here the brick separator page showing that we get the teal version this time, or turquoise. I'm not sure exactly what they brand this color. You can see here an overview of the build process. Bag 1 is the chassis. Bag 2 is the interior frame. Bag 3 is most of the body, and bag 4 is the detailing. So let's go ahead and open up bag 1. And it looks like we're going to take out some of these particle effects as well from this other bag. So let's open bag 1. And it says we need particle effects. So we need 2 of this big orange looking one and 2 of the smaller orange looking one. Let's see what we got here. We have particle effects in all sorts of different shapes here, but the picture shows this 2 and then these 2. So I'm guessing these others just get set aside. I'll just set these other particle effects off camera till they're called for again, if they're called for again. And so bag 1, we're going to build Captain Marvel. Her name is Carol something. I don't remember all the characters' names. There's so many characters in the MCU now. It's crazy. It's hard to keep them all straight, except for like the really big ones who have been in multiple movies. Captain Marvel's pretty important though. So she has this smirky smile and then this kind of more neutral smile. Which one do I want to go with for her? I think for her we'll just do the the regular smile. Okay, and it says she gets studs on her feet. That will allow us to put the... Oh, this is a cool superhero suit she's got. Let's put the studs on her feet. Let's make sure I'm doing this correctly. And this will allow me to put energy effects on her. And she holds these 2, it looks like. But how is they're meant to be held? So these go into the hand like this. So her her minifigure is shown with her superpowers activated, which is interesting. So let's get this other energy blast into her hand, and then we'll start building the ship. No cats in this bag, they must come later. And it shows these energy coming out of her feet like this. She does fly in the movies, so that must be what this represents somehow. So there's the Captain Marvel minifigure, complete with energy effects, set up so she can fly. She can't really stand on those. Maybe it's meant to be posed somehow. It doesn't really show how, but we usually have our characters sit for the build anyway. So she'll just sit with these energy blasts coming out of her feet like this to watch the build. Alright, we'll put the sticker sheet here. The separator tool is at the ready over here next to the sticker sheet. And let's begin working on the ship. I'm probably not going to talk too much. My voice is a little worn out this week. But I wanted to come on and get at least one stream in for you this week, given all the running around I'm doing this week, and that I'm unable to do my normal big weekend streams. So I just want to come here and give you a little bit of content this week. So here we are tonight, and I'm going to spend the next couple hours with you building this really cool looking spaceship from Marvel. I have some plans on this channel. Things are going to slow down as we get towards the end of the month, because I'm going to be doing I'll probably do several family visits over the course of this month because holiday season. So it's going to be a relatively busy month for me. And then January will come, and when it's winter and not a lot going on out there with the holiday season done, we'll have a lot more time in here to be doing more content on the channel. I have some plans for what sets to get into the build queue, but I've already got plenty in the build queue as well, so we'll see how the Lego content on the channel evolves. I still want to do more gaming content. I never did get back to that this year like I promised I would. That's alright. We'll do one Morrowind stream this month, because I realized we haven't done any Morrowind this year. And historically on this channel, that's been my biggest game, so we'll do one Morrowind stream before the year is out. But I think that's all we'll be doing. In terms of Morrowind, we're only doing one stream. One idea I have for next year is to start looking at the fan-made sets on Rebrickable, as well as continuing to build my collection of official Lego sets. I do want to start collecting some of the Disney sets as well. And there's some other themes I'm playing. I'm going to keep collecting the Mario stuff, of course. You'll just have to wait and see what... I'll just have to wait and see what I decide to do as we get into the new year. But through the end of December, I'm probably not going to add to my queue too much what's already in my queue. Since I'm staring at 1, 2, 3 big streams, and then the Avatar stuff on the other side, and then there's some stuff I just ordered as well. So, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff coming up on this channel, looks even. Wow, this ship is a bit longer than I anticipated looking at the box. Interesting. Still not too big. I should be able to get this onto display for a while. There's only about 400 pieces total in the set. We should be able to get through it pretty quickly. Alright, so our basic chassis is developing, and now we're going to go into another assembly. I don't remember the some Marvels had a number of interesting spaceships over the years. This is one of the cooler looking ones in my opinion. And even though the original price tag was highly controversial, I am glad they made this ship as a set. The MCU has gotten so big, there's something for everyone. They got science fiction, they got fantasy, they've got mythology-based stories, they've got technology-based stories. I mean, there's classic superheroes, new wave superheroes. There's a little something for everyone within the MCU umbrella. It's gotten so big. It's like, what, 30 movies now? Interesting, we're doing some non-symmetrical stuff here. It'd be interesting to see what this is meant to be, unless, of course... No, that's not lined up properly. There we go. Oh, it is symmetrical. This is the base of one of the engine pods. And then we're just going to build it again in mirror. That's why that individual section was unsymmetrical, because it was... Overall, it's going to be symmetrical. I'm thinking about parting out the famous Darth Maul bust, but I probably won't build that one on stream. I remember doing that one in computer Lego, and it was very difficult to interpret the instructions for that. Not to mention it's like 2,000 pieces. So yeah, I don't think if I do that one, I don't think I'll be streaming that one. We were actually at theater last night, which, and tonight I told my brother he could have the TV for a couple hours, which is why we started so late. That's why we're not doing a big set tonight. I had thought about doing one of the big sets in the queue, but we'll get to those eventually. It's good to have a build queue because it means if I want to have a spontaneous stream, I have content in hand for that. Of course, having Lego in hand also means less motivation to try out different games. Because I'm actually finding, I'm enjoying the Lego streams the most. The build process I find to be somewhat relaxing, almost therapeutic. So I do find I do prefer the Lego streams right now over the game streams, but I don't mind playing games once in a while. They can be fun. So yeah, there's that. And then these will go up here, it looks like. And then we have these go on here. I'm looking at the possibility of parting out some of the sets that used to be in my previous collection, the one I had to sell a few years ago for emergency cash. The collection that the Black Pearl was the centerpiece of way back when. There's 2 or 3 sets in particular that I want to get back from that collection. We'll see if I can pull it off, but that's not a project until the new year. There's a few other things I want to do in my queue first, including sets that came out and retired in the years between selling the previous collection and starting this one. There's a couple sets that came out in that window, so that I want to get my hands on as well. So we'll see what the new year will bring for my collection. And it looks like we're setting up so that there's seats for all 3 of the characters we'll be introducing in the set. It looks like that's the beginnings of the piloting area there. My collection's already like exploded in the past couple months beyond what I could ever have imagined, thanks to this project on the survey site, the invitational project that I've been in. Our first 2 stickers here. It looks like these are going to be extra pieces. So it looks like we put the 2 stickers on, and then we will be moving on to bag 2, it looks like. So it looks like these 2 stickers are control panel consoles along the sides of the seating area. So here's the one sticker. And that'll go in here like this. And then I have to do another sticker. So yeah, after the first bag, we have the basic chassis going on. And there's the other sticker. Basically more consoles. And this will go over here like this. Bag 2. And I need 2 more of the energy effects. We need these 2 dagger shaped ones. And then these 2. So we need those energy effects, and we need bag 2. Okay, so after bag 1, here's the basic chassis of our ship. So in this bag, we get our second character for this set. This is going to be Photon. Her name I think is Monica. Don't quote me on that. No alternate face for this one, just the one. Actually, there is, but it's printed so dark. It's printed so dark, and I'm going to try and show this on camera until it's done. But, confident smile and full-on happy smile. Let's go that face. And she has the big afro hairpiece. And let's go ahead and add her energy effects. So it looks like she has she too has a energy blast coming out of her feet for flight. But hers are a different shape. And it looks like instead of fireball energy things, she has energy daggers that she holds. Okay, let's get these attached. We'll have to do the same thing with her and sit her down with the energy blast coming out of her feet. And let's get the energy daggers up. In the movie, their powers are interconnected such that due to a rift in the fabric of time-space, when they use their powers, they switch places, even if they're like across the galaxy from each other. It's kind of weird and funny and silly, the shenanigans that they do with that. So there's Photon, and she's ready for whatever the bad guys. Although the villain from this particular movie was not yet made as an MCU minifigure. how many hundreds of times, well, how many dozens of times have they done Thanos figures? And yet there's so many great villains in the MCU that they don't make as Lego minifigures. Or I should say they rarely, if ever, almost never make. It'd be interesting to see some of those characters get attention. So bag 2, we're going to build up. We're going to keep building up, I think, this internal structure and the inside areas of the ship. There is some bracketing going on back here as well. In January, they're releasing another garden. So we're going to build that one. As soon as I can get my hands on it, I'm going to get that into the build queue. There's a lot of these 2x2 jumpers going on. It'll be interesting to see what those get used for. But this step says we need a plain tile. There it is. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're going to do an assembly here. Okay, how does that line up? Okay, it looks like it lines up evenly with this thing. Okay. And we'll know when we do the one for the other side if I've lined that up correctly. Alright, so now I can clearly see that, yes, I lined that side up correctly. And this one will go on here like that. Okay. Lots of slope pieces to start shaping up the sides of the ship here. There should be one more in this parts pile. There it is. I'm not sure if these pieces represent windows or screens, but we'll find out as the rest of the ship goes up around them. Okay, we break symmetry here. Be interesting to see what the why we're swapping pieces, but it'll be interesting to see what the variance is for. This ship's coming together fast, which is a good thing because it is a late night stream. But I am enjoying this process, watching as the ship comes together. I don't do a lot of spaceships on this channel. I'll be doing more next year because I'm planning to add a lot more Lego Star Wars content into my streams. I haven't really been collecting a lot of Lego Star Wars. I've done a little bit. But given that Star Wars is my main fandom, it's funny that my Lego collection really doesn't feature all that much of it. I think I have like a dozen Star Wars sets so far, if that. I also want to add more Marvel into my collection as well. Lots of great characters in the various Marvel properties. Okay, so it looks like we're building a little bit of a science lab situation for the interior of the ship. This looks like a science medical tool of some kind that we're putting together here. So this is the little tool that I just had us build, and this lines up here. So what, are all these jumpers just gonna get various equipment, maybe? So yeah, that looks like it's gonna be another device of some kind. I'll be honest, there's so much going on in the MCU that I don't actually remember the science lab bits of the inside of the ship. It's just, Marvel's gotten too big to keep track of everything. I do my best, but So this one's going to be a view screen of some kind. It uses the book cover piece and a sticker to make a view screen. This sticker is either an atomic structure or a star system map. It's got the shapes for one of those. I'm just not sure which. And that's why the stickers for the set are transparent, so that we can make these futuristic view monitors that we're doing here. So those big panels are not that we put at the back of the ship. Those I don't think are windows. Those I think are going to be some more of these monitors, but they don't have stickers, which implies they're not actively being used. Okay, it may not come out on camera because it's transparent, but this is the view screen we're putting on. Can I get right up to the camera? It's not coming out that great, but let's just get it onto the model. Which explains why there's some variance in the jumpers on the other side. That's probably just to accommodate whatever tools are going there. So here we have a printed tile, which represents it's crooked, which implies this is a handheld device of some kind, but it's a console print. So I'm not really sure what this piece represents, but we'll put it on. And then it looks like here we're going to have a little bit of a basic plant going on. So the whole back section of the ship is a science lab, it looks like. Shuri from the Wakanda MCU properties would fit right at home on the ship, I guess. But I do have several sets that are in my queue of things to pick up if the worksite allows. So this looks like an alien plant of some kind. Gets a little orange flower on top of the alien plant. And that'll go on this side of the lab. But we want to rotate it such that we're not sitting we're not overhanging the edge there. So we don't want to be overlapping the side brick because that's where ship structure is going to go. So let's get that little plant on. Oh, I forgot to show you the plant, but here, there's this. That was not supposed to happen, but we haven't structurally secured the ship yet. There's the little purple plant with the orange flower. What piece scattered? No, that's popcorn, not a piece. Is this the piece? No, that's from the other night. Hopefully it's one of the spare bits and we won't actually have to worry about it. What's this other piece we got going on here? There's a printed... Oh! The printed tile is an old record. Giving this ship a little connection with its fellow MCU property, Guardians of the Galaxy. with its vintage style tape players and records. So we'll stick the record into the ship like that. And then we have a green plant. So maybe an earth plant, maybe not. No way to know for sure. But this one's green, so it theoretically could be an earth plant. And that explains the different jumper patterns here. We're just putting props and accessories into the lab in the back. Well, this looks like it represents a bed, so maybe it's a lab / sleeping area. It's got the tools over here, so definitely there's some science purpose going on here, but it also has the alright, so let's see here. We have I think this is meant to represent a can of soda, maybe. And here, of course, is the classic red mug that designers often hide in sets like this. The red mug is a meme among set designers, but we haven't encountered it too much because of the kinds of sets we've been doing. There's the mug. The mug also comes in other colors, but the red one specifically is the memeified version. And then we have this little, what looks like a retro sci-fi laser blaster, but here it looks like it's being used to represent another science tool. So that goes there like that. And it looks like we have some snot bricks to go on now. And we can, now that the interior living quarters is done, we can continue with the structure and build of the ship itself. Here's 2 more stickers. This looks like some more console bits. Except these are positioned much higher up in the structure. So seated people in the ship won't be able to reach these, but they look like more computer machinery that you would see inside a ship. Okay. I'm not doing too poorly with the stickers tonight. And here we have 2 more stickers on 2 more view screens up front here. So this one looks like a ship schematic view screen. I'll show you once I get it on. You won't be able to see it once I place in the model with all the transparency going on. There's the first screen. This one will go up here. That looks like looks like we want to clear the tiles. So here, and then it folds down against the brick like that. And we build one more little screen using this other view screen. And this looks like a communication screen. There's like a video call icon and a guy on it. Let's see. Let's see if I put my... You know what? The guy on this view screen, it's showing a communication to planet Earth, and the guy on the view screen is a printed, or I should say sticker representation of Nick Fury. That's Nick Fury in that communicator. I know it's not coming up that well on camera, but there you go. And we'll go ahead and stick the communicator here. Okay, so the view screen, the monitors are on. So now we come around to the back. And it has us doing this thing. One more of those little pieces. Is that the piece that went off the table? Most likely it is. It's a similar color to the floor, so of course it'll blend. Alright, I have to do a floor search real quick. Otherwise we cannot progress with the build. I'm seeing a lot of little spare bits that dropped on the floor in recent streams, but I'm not finding the specific one piece that we're looking for. Okay, I don't want to be on the floor too much longer. I'm wasting time and it's late. I can't continue the build without that piece that fell. Go back here maybe. Sorry about this. I really don't like when this happens. Let's get my phone and shine some light on the floor. Unless did it bounce into the box? Nope, no sign of it in the box. let's shine some light on the floor and see if we can find this piece that's the same color as the floor. This tends to happen about once per Lego stream, and it's unfortunate that but I'm a little bit clumsy, so we just have to deal with it when it happens. I am with the light on, I am seeing the different shades of gray on the floor, but I'm not finding the one specific piece. Alright. We'll just have to go on without it, I guess. We're wasting too much time. Okay. Alright. Let's just go on. So let's see, looking at the picture and the way it goes on. Okay. Let's at least make it symmetrical. I'll pull off that piece. And that way at least we can put it on symmetrically. Like that. We do have a 2x, but it's limited to one page. So let's do this. It looks like this is going to be the end of bag 2. Excuse me. So these are going to be the engine blocks. And they go in. That's what it looks like on the outside. And this little pin, Technic pin, goes in like this. And actually, the missing pieces are kind of noticeable, but they won't be once everything gets built up back here. Time for bag 3. We just passed the 1 hour mark of stream, so we wasted quite a bit of time on that unsuccessful part hunt. So it looks like we have the big orange canopy piece in this bag. And of course, another piece just went onto the floor as I was dumping this bag out. But that one I saw go off, so I should be able to find it. Got it. Alright, so bag 3 and 4, I think, is going to be the exterior detailing of the ship. Oh, I forgot those little 1x1s. Let's get them on. What just popped off? Something popped off. I see what popped out. It's that little blaster bit. Okay, it feels secure this time. Hopefully it stays. So in this bag we start to bring in the orange effects of the ship. Of course, with all that, I had a chunk of the table off camera, so let's fix that. Okay, so that goes on the back like that. And now we're doing some more side stud pieces. And these neatly close off those big monitors in the back that don't have any sticker details. Oh, I just did that. I want to look at it from the orientation in the instructions. It'll be better to see what I'm doing. I'm not going to put the people inside. I'm not going to put the girls inside when I finish the ship. Because you know how at the end, when we do the vehicles, putting them inside will make it harder to see them in the display. So I try and pose the people outside of the display whenever possible, in front of the vehicles. think the picture's showing these going here. That was not supposed to happen. And that's in the slightly over 1 hour we've been on stream. We've done more dropping on the floor than in an average whole multi-hour Lego stream. That's not good. That shows I'm clumsier than usual today for some reason. Okay, what's going? I ran out of stuff to talk about momentarily again, which is okay because it's late at night. I almost didn't get you any content this week. I did tag my stream correctly this time. It seems a couple months ago, Twitch added a category actually for Lego streams. So here we are. I'm there instead of just chatting tonight. And I will stream to the correct category on future Lego streams now that I know that it exists. So yeah, basically it looks like we're doing shaping and structure and closing off the ship with this bag. It's starting to look like an actual spaceship now. We have our next sticker going on here. This sticker looks like it's just panel lines. There's the sticker. So yeah, it looks like the low piece count can be attributable to bigger pieces. And I think that's especially true as we get into these final details here. You can see just how big some of these shaping pieces are. So this goes onto the back here like this and fills up some of the shaping here for the back. And now we're building a structure for the top of the ship, it looks like. I hate to do this with an incomplete build, but I'm starting to really feel the need to pee, and I don't think I can hold out till the end of the model. So we're going to take a bio break when I finish this pile of parts, when I finish bag 3, before we go into bag 4. I think by the end of bag 3 we'll have most of the ship will look intact, and it'll just be detailing bits we'll have to fill out when I come back. And I'll probably get some water while I'm up because I'm feeling dry, but I'm not going to do snacks. I want to get back and finish this up. I don't like leaving unfinished models. When I start to do the really big 2,000, 3,000 piece sets that I'll have to split into multiple streams, it's going to be a real test of patience, I think, those. We'll see if we ever get to that point, though. I may want to focus on getting a lot of smaller but still biggish sets like the $100 range, then doing a few of the bigger multi-$100 range sets. I get more in my collection, a more varied collection, by sticking to the middle run price points. We'll probably get a few big things in the future, but I already don't have room for the biggest sets in my collection, so we'll have to see how things play out over the next couple months. There's a little bit of a sticker that we put on this on the front of this canopy piece here. So let's get the sticker on. And actually, because the internal molding is visible, let's try and line up the sticker with the molding in a better attempt to hide it a little bit. The molding, I mean. The sticker detailing is important. No, picture shows that it's supposed to be lined up with the bottom. So we're not... Maybe we'll let the molding complement the sticker. Okay, this is what our canopy looks like. Big trans orange piece with a little sticker down there. And this attaches in like this. That feels pretty secure. And then of course the pentagon shield tile to finish up some shaping up here. There's only 3 stickers left on the sticker sheet now. So yeah, I'll definitely need to get some water while taking my break. But not a snack. I'll save that for after stream. We've only got 1 bag left to do. After this one. Okay, so this goes into here like this. And those pins allow the whole top of the ship to be raised and lowered like this. And that actually gives it some nice subtle angling going on. And the canopy piece does go flush with the front of the ship like this. That's cool. So I guess bag 4 is finishing up all the side panels. This is a cool looking spaceship. And it's cool when LEGO does spaceships outside of Star Wars. What I want to do is I want to get the 2 Buzz Lightyear spaceships. The version they did about 10 years ago for the cartoon. And then also the version that they did a couple years ago for the Lightyear movie. And I think we can do a double feature of the two Buzz Lightyear ships and compare and contrast. Because the 2 ships they share some design concepts because they're meant to represent the same in-universe movie, but they're vastly different in actual design. So I think it'll be cool to build the 2 ships as a double and then compare and contrast them. That's, I think, a project for next year. The one Buzz Lightyear set is still relatively cheap, the one from the Lightyear movie, but the one from the cartoon, which retired a decade ago, that one is super inflated. So it'll take me some time to acquire. If I want to do that stream, it'll take me a little bit of time to set that up, I think. But I think it will be cool to do that. And here's a sticker with some more side paneling. And that leaves 1 big sticker that we're going to see in the next bag. And when I place this piece down, this will be the last piece of the bag. And then we'll take a very quick bio break. Because, man, I need to drink some water and hit the facility real quick. And there's the other piece with the panel lining. And this will go here. And then we will... That says to open bag 4. And when I come back and we open bag 4, we'll be doing Miss Marvel. She doesn't get energy. She gets 1 energy effect. She gets this little star one we'll pull out. And then looks like the 3 cats are also going to be in her bag. So let's take a quick bio break. and we'll be back in a minute. And let's see. Here's our ship so far. After 3 bags, you can see we still have to do the side detailing, but we're pretty much there. Um, Bag 4 doesn't look terribly substantial. There's about 25 more pages of instructions. Here will be you can see the 2 characters over here, and this will be your little spread for the bio break. We'll do a better display, of course, once we finish the ship and raid out. Alright, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, let's get back into the build now. Okay, let's get. Let's bring the instructions back up and open bag 4. We have the energy effect. We have the last sticker on the sticker sheet. And let me get that off of camera. So the ship is mostly together at this point. We just have to put on finishing details. It looks like there's still some big exposed sections back there. Doesn't look like bag 4 has too much going on. We'll be done with this very soon. Normally I wouldn't do the bio break this close to the end of a build. Normally I just try and hold it out, but I did have some health issues earlier this week, so I didn't want to take chances. I'm fine now. And so let's start with Miss Marvel here. And she doesn't have the flight effect. Now, Miss Marvel is a teenager, so for her, we're going to go the big, excited smile. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, are those the half-length legs? No, those are the regular length legs. Well, she is a teenager. She's mostly done growing physically, but so there's the Miss Marvel figure, and she just gets a little energy blast in her hand. This little star-shaped blast here. Let's see if I can attach it without dropping it on the floor. So there she is with her energy blast. And let's sit her down with her friends over here. Captain Marvel, Photon, and Miss Marvel. Ready to fly the ship as soon as we finish. And according to the picture, we have 3 more little friends here. The white cat. And we have this little gray cat. And this bigger brown cat. We have 3 cats in 2 different molds. 3 alien cats to fly with them in the ship once we finish it. So let's go on and get on with the finishing details of the ship now. We've come so far with the ship. Let's finish it up. So it looks like we have some asymmetry going on. So I do believe that we're setting up one of the side panels here. There's a lot of sets in the $100 or so price range that I would like to get. I do want to get a few more dinosaurs for my Jurassic collection, but at this point we have all the classic movie ones from the first movie. So I think what I'm going to do is pretty soon I'll be rotating out that shelf to do a city display. When I rotate out the Jurassic display and my displays are no longer pure to the first movie, that's when I'll go in for the Stegosaurus set and a couple more of the other dino sets. That baby dinosaur set looks cute as well. So I'll probably do the Stegosaurus and the baby dinosaur sets together as a stream. It would help if I didn't skip instructions. Oh, that's how it lines up. Okay. That makes more sense. So it looks like here, what I thought was one sticker is actually two copies of the same sticker that we're going to put one on each side. So let's see how we're supposed to line that up. Yeah, it's two copies of the same sticker. Which is some more paneling details, it looks like. Okay, looks like we're setting up stud shooters. Proving my assumptions wrong. I thought stud shooters... Well, I proved it wrong on an off-stream build, but I had previously thought the stud shooters were exclusive to Star Wars, but it looks like Marvel's got them too. So let me just do a quick test shot, and then it'll never be loaded again. There we go. So it says we should raise the top so we can get this lined up correctly. And this will go on the side of the ship. And this bit lines up like that. You can't see it from your side yet, but yeah, that closes the gaps in the cockpit area nicely. We're going to build, of course, the same thing in mirror for the other side, but apparently not yet. Apparently we're going to finish the paneling for this side first. Okay, this one goes... How does this one line up? This one lines up over here on the flat like this. And I just knocked something out of the lab again. This time I knocked out the purple plant. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. It's a good thing they had us do all these living area props and details before building up the sides of the ship, because now that the sides of the ship are built up, it's very difficult to get my really big fingers into there to fix things. I would never have been able to build the whole interior area the way it is. Like, I can't even get to the little bed in the back there. And then we're doing another side unit here. And then this goes on to the side here and finishes up the side paneling for this side of the ship, it looks like. This goes onto there like that. And now this side of the ship is shaped. And now it has us put another piece. And you can't see what I'm doing right now because I'm turned away from the camera. But when I turn the ship around so I can do the same stuff on the other side, you'll see all the stuff that I just put on the side of the ship. Alright, so now it looks like we're starting the other side. So now if I turn this around, you can see all these sections and detailing we added to the sides of the ship to finish off the shaping and give it a more polished look. Excuse me. And you know what? I got a decision to make when we finish this build, which should be very shortly. What kind of decision? Well, if it becomes relevant, I will let you know. And I'm going to go ahead and lift this up because we're doing that section on the front again, so... Alright, so here's that last copy of that other sticker now. Last sticker of the set. So there are actually 13 stickers, not 12. But hey, who's counting? And now we do the other stud shooter. This one works and will never be loaded again, most likely. Why do I care if they work if I'm never going to use them? Well, it's the principle of the thing, really. So this one will attach in like this, and then we can lower the canopy like this. So maybe just angle those slightly so the canopy doesn't push them. Well, it's still doing that, okay. Okay, so this same deal. I gotta do the side detailing for this side now. And again, you can't see what I'm doing because I need to be able to see what I'm doing. And that very neatly brings us to the end of the build. Oh, before I get these last couple pieces on, as is tradition, the empty sticker sheet. I do like the curvy aesthetic of this ship. And these little bits of crimson marking at the back almost give me Star Wars Old Republic vibes. But no, this is a Marvel ship, not a Star Wars ship. And as usual, we'll take these studs that they give us for the stud shooters and make a little ammo stack and set it aside. Here's the ammo stack. We'll set that over there. And here this shows us that the model's done. You can open it up. You can take the three girls and seat them in the front here, or you can stand them in the back here in their little living area. And they can fly this the Hoopty together on adventure through space. So here's the let's take the instructions off. So here's the ship. There is some open gapping going on in the back, but I think the actual ship is like that in the show. This but from the left, right, and front, it's a pretty smooth looking ship. Lots of smooth curves going on here. One more look at the inside. And you know what? We're just under 2 hours, but guess what? I'm not going to be able to stream. I'm not going to be able to stream all weekend. But since I'm going to be away, I also won't have access to my build queue over the weekend. And I won't be able to do Lego all weekend. So let's keep the fun going with one more Lego set, shall we? I have here this city rescue helicopter we'll do tonight as a little bonus build. Yeah, it's the emergency rescue helicopter. It comes with two. It comes with two emergency response team members, and it looks like a injured hiker. So, front of the box. This will be the first helicopter in my collection. Here, of course, is the back of the box. City does a lot of helicopters, but this will be my first. Let's get this open. And I'll go ahead and get this set up over here. Let's see what's going on in this set. And I'll leave the people out from the previous set. I always let the people watch with multi-set builds. The instruction book. And the sticker sheet, which is just 3 identical logo stickers. So, sticker sheet, not too hard in this one. And then we have a bag 1 and a bag 2. So let me get the instructions up for this set, and we'll go ahead and get started. Let's fix the instructions for this one. And we are ready to go. Let's go ahead and get started. And we are... So, hold on. Let me fix my keyboard. My keyboard was doing funky things. Alright. I'll fix it after stream. Alright. We don't need it that much. Okay, so this shows us that we need to start the legs and torso, but then we're going to do 2 different equipment builds for the 2 responders. I do like the turquoise color scheme of this helicopter. So let's make sure the 2 torsos are actually the same before I make assumptions that it's a 2X build. Yeah, they're identical. So let's make sure the same about the legs. And we still have our brick separator at the ready in case we need it. So it looks like all 3 characters are going to be... But yeah, the legs and torsos are the same for the 2 emergency response team members. And they do have the bright, reflective, shiny tape on their vests that you often see response team members have. So this one has a little bit of a backpack going on. And it just studs right now. And she's got what looks like glasses going on. No alternate face, so I'll just show her off when we're done. Let's get her hairpiece going. And then we have to build up the rest of her little backpack. So she has this little backpack with her equipment. There she is. And she also comes with an optional helmet piece. We'll go ahead and sit her down. But she's a little... She's back heavy because of the backpack. I don't think I can seat her down. So what we'll do instead, it shows her standing with the stretcher here. It comes with this stretcher piece that you can put an injured person on and carry them into the back of the helicopter. So what we'll do is we'll have her hold this and she'll just stand, and we'll use the stretcher. We'll position it as a third leg so she can stand, because the backpack makes her unable to stand. So yeah, the stretcher's holding her up now, and she also gets this optional helmet piece. You can swap for her hair. We'll put that with her as well. And now we just make this guy. He too has a helmet, but he has a different kind of helmet. I want to make sure I'm using the correct face. Yeah. And he will get his hair. I want to make sure I put the correct hair piece on, because there's still one more minifigure in this bag. I think this is the correct hair for him. So here's this guy, and he'll be able to sit normally because he doesn't have the backpack accessory. But what he does get is this optional helmet with a really big visor, a bigger visor than we've seen before on helmets. So here's his operational helmet with the big visor. And then we build the hiker. The hiker has this really cool print on his sweater. He gets a standard molded backpack. And he doesn't get hair, actually. He just gets a hat. And it doesn't show him swapping out for hair. We'll use his concerned face because he's in the middle of getting rescued. He also has a neutral happy face, but here, we'll do that. We'll put his little hat on. And I will make his little emergency flare. That's how the helicopter sees him struggling on the side of the mountain there. So here's our guy who's about to get rescued with his emergency flare, his mountain print sweater, and yeah, let's sit him down to wait for the build here. And let's go ahead and get started. I do have, after I get back next week, I do have a 3-set Mario stream coming up. So that'll be fun. And we'll be doing a lot of these little multi-set Mario streams in the future as well. Moving forward into the new year, I want to keep collecting the Mario series. I want to get them all eventually. And actually, I saw on eBay, there's this guy selling, it's like 10 of the retired sets, the retired Mario sets that I don't have yet, for like $300. I'm seriously thinking about picking up that offer. Because I don't have any of those 10 sets. And it's a good way to knock off about a quarter of my Mario wish list all at once. Mario's going to be a thing where I'm not going to put the same focus into his other series, but it's going to be a thing where everything's on my wish list and I'll get it as I can, and we'll build them, and the smaller sets will do multi-set streams like we have been doing with Mario, and then the bigger sets will be doing dedicated like we've done with a few of the bigger sets in Mario. But I think it would be really cool to do to collect all the Mario sets eventually. And we're getting 6 new Mario sets in January that are based on Mario Kart, so that's going to be fun as well. Some new interactions based on the race cars. That was hinted at with the Bowser car last year, but now there's going to be a whole wave inspired by Mario Kart. I also have picked out the set I want to do for my Lunar New Year stream at the end of January. So I'll be acquiring that. I'll be purchasing that at the end of the month, I think, to make sure it's here and in hand on time. And then I also have a couple other sets I'm looking at for the next couple months. We're going to get they're releasing a second garden, a Mediterranean garden this time. I'm going to be getting that to go with the Japanese garden. And there's some other sets in the January releases that looked interesting to me. I've decided not to go in on the March Speed Champions wave just because it's 10 cars that look very similar except for having different color schemes. They're doing a whole F1 series. And 3 of those cars are remakes of sets that they literally just released in the last 2 years. So I'm not going to do the Speed Champions F1 wave. But if they give us a few regular cars over the summer, I probably will return to Speed Champions when they return to doing the regular cars. I just have to pick what interests me because I can't get all the Lego. I want to do some more Lego Star Wars, like I said. I want to do some more Lego. I want to get started with Lego Disney. I only have the mini Disney World Castle right now, and I want to add some more Lego Disney. Disney's cool because it's the only theme I can think of where some of the sets use minifigures and some of the sets use mini dolls. So it's cool to see the split there. Obviously next year, if my Lego budget holds up, I'm going to want to start getting into a few older sets as well. We may have to do some parted out sets, maybe some fan-made sets on rubricables. Maybe we'll even go into studio and do some custom fan-made sets of our own. I've had a few ideas. But I don't want to, with the build queue where it is, and all these big boxes taking up space in my work area, I don't want to build on the queue. I don't want to add to the queue until I've done some of the sets that are already in the queue. So most of the next few acquisition run is going to be at the end of the month and into January. This isn't my first city aerial vehicle. I do have the Jungle Explorer river biplane thing that they released over the summer. But this is my first helicopter. Lego does helicopters a lot. It was only a matter of time before getting our first one. I like how brightly colored a lot of the city stuff has been in the past couple years. I used to find the city stuff kind of boring, being representations of real life. I wanted my toys to be more fantasy based. But City's really gotten colorful and fun. And I like what they've been doing with Lego City. And I have like a dozen of the City vehicles now. I'm one of those guys who doesn't just pick one theme. I basically jump around to all the different sets that I like. I see something I like, I put it in my queue, or I put it on my wish list, and every couple weeks I'll move some sets from the wish list, actually get them and put them in the build queue, and then I have stream content and off stream. I don't do all my Lego builds on stream. I do most of my Lego builds on stream, but sometimes I just like to have a no pressure build without the pressures of stream. So I'd say I do about 75% of my Lego on stream and about 25-ish% of my Lego off stream. And actually, I have a couple poly bags that I'll be building tonight while waiting for my video to process. There. We'll see what the timer's at when we finish the helicopter, because we're actually moving through it pretty quickly. Maybe we'll do, because I have one of my poly bags as a city set. The other poly bag is not thematically related to anything we're doing tonight, so that one I'm just going to build while waiting for the video to process. And that way I can get 4 sets inventory tonight and off of my build queue list, so I can make space for new acquisitions. Because I think I'm going to pick out one set to add to the queue tonight. Because work was really good this week. Like, you wouldn't believe. The survey site was really good. So here's a printed control panel for the pilot. We'll just stick that there. We'll stick this over here. Okay. So it looks like now we're shaping the body of the helicopter. This piece is getting in the way. Did I mess something up here? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's fix that real quick. This was supposed to go here. Alright, we fixed the issue. Glad I caught that before it became a worse problem. So yeah, we'll I think my next big purchase is going to be that lot of 10 Mario sets, because that will knock a good deal off my wish list and give us 2 or 3 streams. So we have our first 2 uses of the sticker now, which is just this health services logo. Or emergency rescue service logo. So there's the logo. We're gonna get 3 of these in this build, 2 of them in this step right now. So that'll go there. And now we need to do 1 more for the other side. I didn't show that one because it's exactly the same what we just did in that step. So tonight we did something fantastical and something more realistic. This was almost like a little variety stream. Okay, we're giving some stability. Those plates give some stability to the body now. And now we're going to get bag 2. Bag 2 is here. And I didn't even see this loose piece that was sitting on top of bag 2. It's a little canopy piece. We'll set that aside until we need it. So here's our helicopter so far. It doesn't really look like much yet. It almost looks more like a boat right now, but even then. Now bag 2 is where we're going to turn this big block into something that actually looks like a helicopter. We've already done all 3 of the people for the set, so we can just proceed with the build at this point. Um, oh yeah, I see what it's doing here. Okay, let's proceed. All right. I think this is the piece it's asking for. There's two distinctly different trans colors on here, on this pile. Actually, three. But I think this is the correct piece. So yeah, we'll definitely be doing at least one of the two big sets in my queue over the next week after I return. We'll definitely be doing a Lego Mario stream next week. The three sets, including one, I find particularly special. And that's going to be a long stream because two of the sets are on the medium end of... Together, it's the equivalent of a really big set, so... Maybe a 4-hour Mario stream next week. Who knows? I still have some other fun stuff in the queue as well. Can't wait to build it all, but can't do it all. We can't do it all at once. If I rush the build queue, I'll have to buy new stuff faster, and I'm already having storage issues with my collection, so I need to take my time with the build queue and pace it. Alright, we have a 2x. So we build a page, we build it again, we turn the page, keep going. So it looks like this is going to be the engine blocks, based on the little turbine piece that that it has us putting on. So this is the little section that we just built twice. You can see the little engine piece. I think they're engines. And they go up here at the top of the helicopter. And then we have a big assembly going on here. Okay. I ran out of things to talk about again. So yeah, I think next week I'm just gonna try and do 1 or 2 streams on Lego so we can space out the build queue. And I don't have to keep rushing to buy more. And then next month we'll see what the budget allows me to do. There's a couple themes that I kind of want to do a multi-part series on and just focus on my channel for a couple days. One of them I'm getting pretty close to securing. I think that'll be a January. That'll be a 5-part special in January, possibly February. Depends on how long it takes me to secure my budget and figure out how the next couple months is gonna play out. I want to start saving some money too. I don't want to be spending all my money on Lego like I have been. That's a problem. That's getting into other problems as well if I spend too much. So that's another reason for making sure I have an extensive build queue, to make sure I always have something available so I don't have to keep buying more all the time, just some of the time. I'm trying to make what I have last through the month so that the next purchase at the end of the month can be the Chinese New Year set, but I'll make some other purchases in preparation for January content at the end of the month. Now this is starting to shape together like a helicopter. Now I'm starting to recognize the shape. I do really like this color scheme. The turquoise and the neon yellow and the black and the white, they really work together well. And here we're going to get our third and final copy of the logo sticker. There it is. My fleet of Lego City vehicles is really growing, and I appreciate that. There's utility vehicles, recreational vehicles, personal vehicles, all sorts of other stuff. Okay, so this is how it is. So this is the back door of the helicopter. So this is the ramp that they'll load the stretcher on through. And then that closes up back there like that. And officially, I put that sticker upside down, but the detailing is so tiny it doesn't even really matter. It's not going to be noticeable. So it looks like now we're building the skids, or one of them. So the helicopter should be upside down right now, I guess, until we get these next two assemblies on. Okay, so these go into here, these studs like this, and become the lower skids for the helicopter. And I'm just going to turn these bits so that the holes point up, so that when we set the helicopter upright, the whole these little friction holes or will be on the bottom of the helicopter and not really evident. We're going to do it not quite directly upright, but upright and pointed a little bit to the inside as well to hide those little slots. And now we have to build the skid for the other side. Alright, where's that other piece? There should be one more of those angled pieces, which of course I'm not seeing in the parts pile. It's not under the helicopter. Is it under other there it is. It was under other pieces. So now let me just adjust the slots so that they're out of the way. Okay. So yeah, the skids look good from the outside now, with those little slots out of the way, and we can proceed with finishing off the details of the rest of the copter now. Okay, that goes there. This one will go here. Now we have these big yellow neon pieces to finish off the shaping for the top of the helicopter. And now we have an assembly to put together. Oh boy. We have a Lego string here. I think this is my first set to use the Lego string. And then you're supposed to wind up the string. I guess that's something you do once you put it on the model. So this hangs over the side like this. And let's wind up the string. Okay, I'm just winding up the string now. And then we're almost done with that, and we'll be able to proceed with the last bit of this build here. And it's coming down. It came loose. So now that the cable's wound up, I'm just gonna try and connect it to the other stud so that it doesn't come loose again until we need it for play. So now it looks like we're gonna prepare the upper canopy for use. Oh, empty sticker sheet. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Alright, I see what it's doing. Okay. So, the canopy... So one of the rescue workers is going to pilot from in here, and the other one's going to go in the back with the stretcher and the person they're rescuing. So now it looks like we're working on the main engine. The turbine actually spins a little bit. There it is. You can see it. You can see it spinning a little bit when I flick my finger across it. And now we're gonna set up the helicopter's the spinny bit on top. What's it called? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've thought about helicopters. We'll take these 4 pieces around. I've been thinking about getting the Captain America shield because it's a nice display piece. But if I did get the shield, I don't think I would actually stream it. I think I would build that off stream because it's a very repetitive build and it wouldn't be fun for I'd probably have to do in multiple sessions all the repetition on it, and it wouldn't be fun to watch because of all the repetition. There's a number of high level display pieces that are like that, very repetitive and not really fun to watch, but man, are they worth it in the end. And then there are display pieces that are really fun to watch come together. Like when we did a number of art pieces on our stream. We did the Mona Lisa, the Jazz Quartet, the space portraits we did in computer Lego, and I since got the set and did it in real Lego off stream, since I already streamed it in computer Lego. And of course the Tranquil Garden Jazz Quartet, Mona Lisa. So yeah, there's lots of artsy sets and recent content on my stream. And this bit will attach to the top of the helicopter. Wow, this one's got a long wingspan, a wide wingspan. That's a nice helicopter there. Let's get the spare bits out. And you know what? Since we just did a city set and the theme is relevant, so it shows the stretcher going in the back and the medic lady attending to the injured hiker. Here in the back, you can see some of the other sets. I have that monster truck, but I did that off stream. And the burger truck, you'll remember I did on stream. I'm not really collecting cars from Lego City because I have the Speed Champions cars that are so much nicer than the city cars. But I'm not against collecting other vehicles. I have 2 boats, I have a plane, I have a helicopter, I have a bus, several different kinds of truck. Alright. So, since we did Lego City, let's go ahead and bring in our poly bag. I don't have the PDF instructions for this one, though. So I'll just use the paper for this one. I just have this little Lego City poly bag. Shouldn't take more than 5 minutes to put together. It's a popcorn cart. I actually bought this one from a friend who was selling some Lego at a festival event last week. There's only like 30 pieces, So let's go ahead and get this open, and we'll get our little popcorn cart put together. I also have the donut and coffee shop, little donut coffee shop that I did. I think I did that one off stream. And then, of course, the burger truck and the slushy truck. So my Lego City is starting to get some food vendors now and snack vendors. Here's the little brochure, the little instruction bit. Since I don't have the PDF accessible for this right now, I'm just going to do this out like in front of me like this. I know you're not used to seeing me do paper instructions on this channel. When I build off stream, if I'm over at the other table, of course I'm using the paper instructions. If I'm building at this little table off stream, then I'll just, sometimes I'll do the PDFs anyway because bigger print. But let's first put our little popcorn vendor guide together. And no hair, he gets a hat. So there's the popcorn vendor. Let's go ahead. Let's sit him with the others until he has his little popcorn cart together. Excuse me again. So yeah, this will go together in a handful of minutes. There's like 2 pages here. Okay, and then these go on to here like this. We're already about halfway done with this popcorn cart. I've been doing this like, what, a minute? That's what little poly bags do. A quick little build experience without much substance, but that adds some little scenery or decoration to your bigger builds. We want to put it this way. And there's the missile warning icon here, which suggests a play feature. Okay, so yeah, that flips up like that. So I guess we'll see what it does in a moment. So then we get these little bits going around like this. I love me some popcorn. That's why I knew I had to get this little popcorn cart when my friend was selling it. Our little popcorn cart is almost done. We put these little tiles around the top like this. And it shows us going to the bottom and attaching the wheels. And then we get this nice little printed popcorn box here. That's a nice little piece there. we'll stick that there in front of the popcorn. And it shows us we have these little ice cream pieces that represent the little popcorn bits. So we'll drop these into the top here. What's this piece? Looks like I forgot a piece. Oh, that just helps it balance. Okay. So yeah, if you flick this piece down here, it makes the popcorn pop, and the tiles at the top prevent it from launching out. That's a pretty cool play feature. So there we go. He has his little popcorn cart. I'll fold this up and set it aside. And let's set up our exit scene. So here's our emergency rescue helicopter. I don't think I ever gave you a close-up when we actually finished it. So there it is. That's a nice little helicopter. One of literally hundreds of helicopters that Lego's done over the years. And then, of course, the main feature of tonight's stream. And we did get in under the 3-hour mark for a 2 3/4 hours. If you count my splash screen time at the beginning, we're at 2 3/4 hours exactly. The Hoopty from Marvel. And one more look at the detailed interior here. There. We'll close it up now, and we'll set this into the scene. You can see 7 people and 3 cats have joined our collection of Lego people. And of course the little popcorn cart here. So we have the popcorn vendor, the injured hiker, the emergency pilot, the emergency medic with stretcher, Miss Marvel, Photon, Captain Marvel, and the alien cats. Alright. That's good for tonight. Who are we rating? Okay, John Lee, but Sarah Mahoney's also on tonight. Looks like I did miss a chat from someone a couple hours ago. Not chat, a whisper. But yeah, so it looks like I got another follower tonight. That's nice. Let's rate out to Sarah Mahoney has slightly fewer viewers. So we're going to rate out to Sarah Mahoney music tonight. And we'll exit the stream. Have a good night. I won't see you this weekend, but I'll see you next week with more Lego content and probably a game stream next week as well. I got some nice stuff planned for the next couple weeks, like I've said before. Have a good night. Good night. Good night.
You more than you. What's up, Uncle Evie? And I